What's up guys, today is July 14th, 2015. My name is Brenden, and let's find out what's new in Blue.
What's new in what?
Blue.
Blue who?
Blue's Clues.
Blue what?
Mail, the mail's here. Paprika and salt and pepper. No, Peppa's the rapper. It's Pepper on the cartoon. Alright guys, the first big release today is going to be Powers Season 1 from Sony. This was released as a PlayStation Plus exclusive, though the first episode was available for free on YouTube, and that was the only one that I watched. I did really enjoy the episode. The showrunners did take a lot of artistic liberty from the comic books that it's based on, which is also called Powers. It's about a homicide detective named Christian Walker, who's played by Charlton Copley. You'll know him from our first episode, Chappie. And he's basically a homicide detective that was once a power himself, but after lost his powers, he joined the police force to do crimes, to solve crimes against superpowered humans and also ones that were caused by superhumans. The show was very good. The acting got kind of iffy towards the middle of the episode, and some of the changes made by the showrunners weren't great, but I think the rest of the season will have some promise, and I'm excited to see what they do with Season 2 as well. Our second big release today is X-Men Days of Future Past, the Road Cut. Now this isn't a new movie. We got the theatrical cut out about a year and a half ago now. What we did find out not too far down the road is that there was a completely other version of the movie that ended with Rogue having a big part in the ending scenes that take place in the future. This movie's finally getting a home release. It's going to be released with the Road Cut and also have the theatrical version on the disc. You will also be able to buy a version from Amazon that comes with a 7-inch model of Magneto's helmet. Now this was available with the theatrical cut too, but Amazon kind of updated their inventory here, and it will also be including this movie with that helmet. Our third of 4 releases today is It Follows, a fantastic horror film. I'd say one of the best in the last few years. Certainly so, the score itself was one of the most chilling scores I've heard in a horror movie in I don't know how long. The whole thing harkens back to like the old movies from the 70s and 80s, like Halloween and Friday the 13th. I'd say if you're a big fan of John Carpenter's work, you would definitely love this movie, both for the atmosphere it creates and, as I mentioned, the score. It's very similar to how John Carpenter used to do things for his franchise Halloween. As I said, the atmosphere is great. The acting from some of the younger actors gets kind of iffy at points, and the dialogue definitely wasn't the best. But regardless of that, it still was one of my favorite movies of the year, and also probably my favorite horror movie that's out right now. Definitely doesn't compare to some of the older ones, but I do recommend picking this up if you're a fan of horror. My favorite film of 2015, and also featured in Tim's Top 5 Most Anticipated Films of 2015, is Ex Machina. This was a fantastic science fiction film dealing with human creating artificial intelligence, starring Oscar Isaac and Domhnall Gleeson. Isaac being one of my favorite actors. I've loved anything he's been in the last 5 or 6 years, I'd say. Domhnall Gleeson you might know from the Harry Potter franchise, but he's been branching out to some independent movies. He's also going to be in Star Wars with Isaac. We also have Alicia Vikander playing the AI role of Ava. She did a fantastic job of capturing the human side of the artificial intelligence and also the more machine-like side. If you haven't seen this film, go get it and watch it and sit down, especially if you like science fiction. This movie doesn't take the artificial intelligence idea and roll with it like other things have done. It's not corny or cheesy. It doesn't play into the tropes that a lot of other science fiction does with artificial intelligence. I was blown away at how well the movie portrayed the darkness of humanity once the characters start getting close with the artificial intelligence. Specifically Oscar Isaac, his character, though lighthearted, goes into some deep places that you wouldn't expect someone like him when you first meet him to go to. Like I said, definitely go out and pick this movie up. If there's only one movie you have to get this week, it should be Ex Machina. We have 3 Criterion releases today. The first one is going to be Hiroshima Mon Amour. We also have The Black Stallion and Here Is Your Life. If you're unaware, Barnes & Noble is actually doing 50% off all Criterion releases from July 7th to July 27th. So it's a good time to get those $40 releases for half off. Thanks for watching this week's episode of What's New in Blue. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you think I missed any releases, or if you have any comments about the films I talked about today. Also, don't forget to subscribe to GameShell and leave a like on this video. Bye.
That was so perfect. Bye. Bye.